Hi. What's up, everybody? So hopefully you've enjoyed your second day of swings, squats, and 360s. I've already gotten some information from some of you guys, sending me notes and things like that. Love it. Keep it up. Send video if you can. Like, notes are great. Video with notes is even better. And yeah, if you haven't gotten that workout yet, it's second time of 5 rounds of swings, front squats, and 360s. For Thursday, we're gonna play with another series of movements. Tuesday, we played with bringing the hammer up into front support. This time, we're gonna need to play around with pressing, okay? And if you're familiar with Olympic lifting, this is all gonna be really similar, similar in terms of biomechanics. If you're not, don't worry, we're gonna walk you through it. But one thing that I wanna kind of warn you about in the beginning is this. Because of the uneven distribution of load with the hammer, we're gonna be in kind of desperate need of the strongest grip possible. So I want you to think about squeezing your last 2 fingers around the hammer as hard as you can, and we're gonna try and keep from the base of your hand up through your first knuckle and then up through the tip of the hammer. All of that should be in a pretty consistent line, okay? What we wanna try and avoid is this, okay? And I'm using a PVC pipe so I can kind of manipulate it a little bit. As I'm here holding the hammer, all right, here's my line, okay, up, 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 and you notice I've got an angle here on the shaft of the hammer, the head's up here. If I lose these last 2 fingers and the hand starts to open up like this, you see this open position? What's happening is the head of the hammer is going to be resting on this web between your thumb and your first finger, and that is going to be really, really painful. I've noticed it in my own time. If I don't get a good grip on the hammer when I start to press, this will really start to hurt, and it'll limit my ability to keep training. The other thing is, I have found that I am not able to re-grip to a degree that counteracts this. I always have to let go, shake my hand out, get a good grip, and I try and wrap from the pinky to the index finger rather than wrapping from the index to the pinky, okay? So wrap this way with the head up here rather than this way, all right? The other thing I want to talk about with the press while still using the PVC pipe is there's going to be an amount of rotation, and I wanted to show you this with the PVC pipe so you can see it. But if I'm here with the pipe or with the hammer, again, head is here, it's in front of my face, nice tight angle. As I rotate up, notice the PVC pipe rolls around my body and up into a top position and then down. There's this rotation that goes with it. What you're not seeing is this going straight up and then twisting on top. You're also not seeing this number, okay, where it's out here or sitting on your shoulder and pressing straight up. The goal is that rotation. So bear that in mind. I would recommend grab a broom or something where you can really feel this rotation and not have to worry about a lot of weight. Do it on both hands, 10, 15 reps until you're really starting to feel the rotation out of each side. Then pick up your hammer and start to move forward, okay? So that's thing number 1, talking about hand position rotation. Thing number 2, we're gonna talk about lower body engagement. So we're gonna engage with the lower body 3 different ways. Way number 1 is gonna be a strict press. This is for those of you who are stronger. You can press all through the shoulder, the weight of whatever hammer you're using. Keep feet a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Quads are locked, glutes are locked, abs are locked, and I'm just gonna press up, okay? If you can't manage that, that's okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna move to a push press, and a push press is going to be dip, unlock the knees, snap the legs closed, and use the momentum generated by the opening or the closing of your legs to help add some inertia to your press, kind of making up the difference. So if you're working with a 40-pound hammer, you can press 35 pounds of it. You're gonna get 5 pounds of press out of the snap in your legs. Then the last thing is gonna be a push jerk, which is basically you're gonna dip, you're gonna drive, and then as the hammer's drifting up, you're gonna re-dip underneath it so that your arm is bent, it straightens out here, and the knees are bent, and then you can stand that up. And I'm gonna show you all of these with the hammer. I just wanted to go through it really quickly, and you've got a section of video that you can kind of watch and rewatch to get that done. The big thing is gonna be keeping the abs tight, not hyperextending through your back and leaning into the press like this. We also don't want the hammer hanging out back here, okay? No hooker butt, we're not advertising anything. Nice stacked, glutes are on, quads are on, abs are on, and from here I'm trying to get my bicep as close to my ear as possible so I can stack this up. Okay? So, all that being said, let's see Coach pick up a great big hammer. I start this turning my hand around so that my palm is facing the shoulder that it is attached to, so I can drop down over the hammer, all right? And as I stand up, boom, there's a rotation. Now you notice I caught the pommel with my offhand here, okay? As you're getting used to stabilizing here, this is gonna be important. Of course, the goal is to take the hand off, rotate around and press, okay? And then bring it back without using that hand. But if you find that that's not something that's happening, go ahead and add this second hand here, and we can add the second hand on top as well. So I can basically take my hammer out of my hand, whoop, slow press up, and then add the hand on top to help gain some stability, right? What I want you guys to play with today is two things. Find the type of press that fits your physicality right now. Might be strict, might be push jerk. And then in the top position, if you're having trouble staying stable, one, don't worry. That's one of the things that the hammer is really gonna challenge you on because it requires a full grip all the way down the chain. So use that second hand in the top position, take the hand off, balance, stay tight, and try and return under control. Of course, if you can't, this hand, it's out of frame. This hand can come down and meet the handle back down in the bottom position, okay? So again, gripping from the pinky first, rolling it up, grabbing with the off hand, all right? If I'm strict pressing, this hand is just a place from which to press. Boom, take it up. Okay, it's not feeling stable, so I'm gonna get tight, abs are tight, glutes are tight. Take the hand off and try and return, okay? Doing these for quality is gonna be really important. So get reps of 1, 2, maybe 3. You're gonna take like 30 minutes or so and just kind of play with pressing. Please make sure your arms are really well warmed up, okay? Lots of arm circles, shoulder rolls, that type of thing, because this is gonna be tricky. So I'm gonna go through a couple of reps, show you left side, right side for a strict press, a push press, and then a push jerk, and I'll kind of walk you through each of them. But that's what you're gonna do on Thursday, is just take 30, 45 minutes and play with pressing. Again, avoiding the pain in the webbing here, gripping with the pinky finger first, and focusing on that rotation. I think it would be a good idea to keep your broom handle or PVC pipe around so that you can do a couple of reps and go, is it rotating? I'm not sure. Pick up your PVC pipe, your broom handle, do some rotations. The hammer, yeah, that starts to feel similar. We should notice an elbow track that is identical in that regard. So if you want to press these in front of a mirror and watch where your elbow goes, that's going to be pretty good. Elbow tight to the body, elbow tight to the head, okay? Elbow tight to the body, rotate out, elbow tight to the head, okay? So first up, push strict press. And if you want to swing this up into the front position and get your hands, that's fine, right? Reset my grip, pinky first. Okay, hand is off, elbow up, right? Now, that right there is the last little bit. If you're not pressing through your index finger, okay, the handle is going to head up and the head is gonna rest on your wrist. Go ahead and stop your rep right there. Don't let that continue, okay? And even with as much time as I've been spending with this, if I don't start the press correctly and that'll start to happen. Just go ahead, safely bail out to the ground, reset yourself. We don't wanna make consistent habits out of bad form. Let's try again, coach. Okay, strict press. There we go, got it. In return, weak hand. Return, okay? And if you lose it to the front, try and control it, but it's probably gonna be safer at this point in your training just to let it ride to the floor, okay? Push press, I'm gonna add a little bit of an angle here so you can see it. Again, I'm gonna add a little bit of hand support here just because I don't want the hammer dipping down with it, like against my body weight, but I'm going to unlock the knees. Now I'm ready to press, pop it up, bring it down slow and catch it, okay? Pop, whoop. And of course, that one, I lost the finger, okay? I lost the finger, index finger pointing towards the sky. Whoop. Dip, drop, reset, dip, drop, okay? And then the last is going to be the push jerk, where we're dipping, driving, re-dipping under the load, okay? With this one, make sure your hips are back, okay? And your spine is up tall. Honestly, this is one where if you're finding it's just impossible to press and you've not done any Olympic lifting before, or never done it like a CrossFit class at a really great gym, I'd almost say steer away from this one because there's a lot of technique that's involved. Better to press the hammer up with two hands, slowly lower the negative to start cultivating some strength. But it's up to you. You want to send me some video, I'll critique it to the best degree that I can. Okay, but we're here, let's do a little quarter turn, hand comes off, dip, drive. That's the push press and push jerk. Reset. All right, now, last thing, and I mentioned this last on purpose. What we want to avoid is having the head of the hammer rest on your hand, okay? So if this is the handle of the hammer, I don't want to wrap my hand up so high that you can't see any handle left over. What that means is this knuckle and this knuckle, the hammer is going to sit on it and it's going to wear the skin away, okay? So you'll get a blister, it'll rub it, all right? It also removes some of the tension from your grip, and that's not the goal. So walk this hand down a little bit. So it doesn't need to be a finger's width even. You just need to see some sky between your hand and the head of the hammer. So if I'm here with the head of the hammer, see a little bit of sky. That's what we're looking for. So your grip is constantly working, all right? Play with it, heed your body. If you start to feel things aching, you know, give it a rest, shake it out. Any twinge, things like that, go ahead and stop and take some video. The best way to know objective, unavoidable progress is to take video of yourself as you're learning and video of yourself as you continue to excel, and showing them one right next to the other is indefatigable proof that you're getting better. So yeah, enjoy this on Thursday. You're in for swings, squats, and 360s again on Friday, and then Saturday we're gonna press again, but we're gonna start combining a couple of things into your first flow. So hopefully you're enjoying this. I am certainly enjoying creating the content for you. Share those unboxing videos and progress videos on Instagram, tag us up, throw it up on Facebook, connect it to the BAMF Hammer website, all that good shameless self-promotion stuff. Love ya, bye.